Another episode, Metal Chicks and Dudes. Today we're going to do, I'm glad you asked, the Crate flexwave. I didn't have it memorized, but that's alright. And today I'm going to be using Demon FX. It has two circuits, a TS9 and a TS808. Demon FX is a very cheap, and they make a bunch of clones, guys. They even make it for Rev G3s, Rev G4s. They make it for the Friedmans. They were everything, and they're always half their price. So we're going to be paying attention to this pedal. I'll be going back and forth on a TS9 and TS808. Played through the Crate flexwave. That's not the original 4x12, but it does say Crate, so I'm representing. There's such a bad hype about Crate amps for some reason. I love the things. I start out on a Crate. Sorry about that. Got some feedback. I started out on Crate amps, and I love them, and I have a few of them in my arsenal. And I just think they're underrated, but we're going to be paying attention to the Crate today. I'll be playing on this Schecter Hellraiser, the Dragon Burst, and I've been liking this a lot lately. I've been playing this guitar a lot lately. Got it kind of broke in the way I want. I just want to represent it. These guys, I am not sponsored, but I wish I was. Guitar Center, Sweetwater, Music Around. I know there's more. George's Music, Gear for Music. There's a just say, guys, heavy metal on that, man. But anyway, Metal Chicks and Dudes, the reason I brought you here is because I want you guys to pay attention to this pedal I got and the Crate flexwave itself. It's super, once again, used gear, guys, super cheap. There's nothing wrong with Crate amps. If you're a heavy metal guy and you're on a budget, I do recommend Crate amps. And damn near every one that I've played so far does get to where you need to be. Yeah, you got different sounds, but you know, you can always pick the one you like, guys. And today, I will go through the clean channel a little bit, not a lot. You know what I mean. We're just going to play. We're here for metal, but I understand you guys want to, hear some pretty stuff. So that's okay. I'm not even sure what my settings are on, but like I said, if you guys want to like, subscribe, please do. But if you don't, still thanks for watching, man. We got some snowy weather, so just hang out with me for today. Metal Chicks and Dudes. All right, let's do it. The overdrive's not on, by the way. So let's do some cleans. I'm just going to play some stuff here. The place cleans pretty good. Anyway, let's go to the metal channel. And notorious Crate amps are notorious. I mean, notorious for having 3 knobs on the lead channel. There's a reason why they do it like that, though, because they have that shape knob. And that shape knob here can go from really tight, punchy, tight in to really scooped, high sustained, kind of boxy sounding kind of mud. But still, if you're like a death metalist, yeah, I mean, it's a really good switch to have. And I will go through that shape knob also as well on this Crate flexwave. All right, right now I got the shape around on the 3 mark. I got my gain actually on what about 7. Let's do a heavy 7. So 7 going on 8, and we got my volume halfway up. It's on 5, 1, 5, and 10. Here's what it sounds like without the overdrive. Really great sound, just that shape thing. Let's put that shape knob on 5. You can tell a big difference. You heard that. Let's just go straight to 5 on this one. And it's gonna sound probably a lot more scooped. I'm gonna put a little more volume on that because I want to be a little louder. love pitch harmonics, man. All right, now let's max it out, that shape knob. See what we got. It's going to be probably pretty, pretty compressed. Kind of Cannibal Corpse-y. Pretty badass. Anyway, a little too scoop for my taste, metal chicks and dudes. So let's put that back in this area, 2, 3. That's where I want it at. There's a sweet spot there. So around that 2, pushing 3 metal chicks. Anyway, Demon Effects makes great products, man. I recommend anybody. If you guys are like me, you don't have a lot of money, but you want really good sounding, decent gear, get some Demon Effects stuff, guys. It makes a lot of good stuff. And even you can buy some of the Demon Effects pedals used. And as matters what you're looking for, type in Demon Effects pedals and you'll see how many clones they make of so many different circuits. Some of the most famous pedals ever can be yours for a fraction of the cost. Just doesn't have the name on them. There's nothing wrong with Demon Effects though. Just a Japanese made one. Anyway, you guys saw my settings and we're going to do the TS9 this time. Yeah. You guys don't know who I am. I'm a guy who likes to do different amps for people who are on a budget like me. And that way you get an idea what they sound like before you kind of go into the store and you guys get one. Okay, remember that. All right. And as far as TS9s, everybody seems to use tube screamers. I try to stay away from that because everybody in the world uses tube screamers. There's nothing wrong with tube screamers. Ibanez made a golden gem there. They're fantastic. I just like to switch it up. But today, we are going to do the TS9 on this Demon Effects, starting right now. Anyway, here's what it sounds without it. Simple riff. Let's turn this off for TS9. See what we get. From the get-go, very punchy, and it brings this amp to life. Like I said, heavy metal chicks and dudes, if you are on a budget and you want a badass heavy metal amp, I recommend crates. Even a crate flexwave will be good. Or you see on my last videos, the GLX 1200H or the GTX, I think it was 1200. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, play a couple of riffs and we'll go to TS808 circuit. Let's play a couple of things here. Let's TS808. Oh, sorry, TS. Haha. That was a TS9 circuit, guys. Demon Effects, about $30 pedal, brand new, buy used, probably $15, $20 range. All right, you heard that? And once again, this is without it. Here it is. TS9. Big difference on our punch here. All right, metal chicks and dudes, we're gonna go to TS808 circuit now, and here we go without the overdrive, so you guys get an idea. Let's do a different riff. TS808. Right off the rip, it's a lot more clear. Got a lot more clarity in it. It's got like a warmer feel. I do think it's got like a little more bass than I believe the TS9 does. TS9 does a great job, especially bringing out your mid-range and your highs and cutting some of your lows. And as far as the TS08, still kind of keeps that low efficiency in there, but just kind of like a warm, like a warmer, if that makes sense. Has more depth to it, whatever. But I do prefer the TS808 over TS9, even though it's very, very subtle difference. But you get an idea. Let's keep the TS808 going for a little bit, man. Different riff or same riff? Different riff. All right, let's do that. Let's play something different, you know what I guys heard that? Let's go straight into the TS9 circuit. Might hear a click here. Or you did. All right. Like a simple riff. What do you guys think? Let's say TS808. No overdrive, just the amp. Which one do you guys prefer, man? I'd really like to know that, dude. Anyway, let's just do like a little simulation here where there's no overdrive, TS9, TS808. We'll kind of wrap it up, man. Once again, guys, my name is Kevin Ainscoe. I am the singer-songwriter. I do all the instruments for a band called Broken Thoughts. Check me out on SoundCloud. There's several songs to choose from. And give me some feedback, even if it's negative. Tell me what I need to work on. I just can't find dedicated members anymore. That's the only reason why I keep writing stuff, guys. So please let me know. And if you guys might be in the Indiana area, hey, let's get together. Let's jam, man. You know, heavy metal to that. You only live once, guys. I like to make some music. Anyway, without the overdrive, let's see what we can do here, okay? We're just making it as we go. So. Let's go into straight TS808, man. Let's play around with that one a little bit. See what we got here, man. And let's go to TS9, man. Let's speed off that riff a little bit. Get ready. Once again, no overdrive. TS808. Same riff, let's do that. One more time, same riff, TS9, and we'll wrap it up, heavy metal chicks and dudes. Please drive safe out there. Let's do one more. what you guys think. If you guys like the way the amp sounds by itself with a TS808 or with a TS9, I would like to see your comments on that, man. And guys, like I said, always buy used gear. Even if you want to buy something brand new, you like the brand new is, look into used stuff at Sweetwater, Guitar Center, Music Go Round. George's Music's a good one. There's so many different websites. Hell, even Amazon's got used gear. See what you guys think about it, man. And once again, I'm going to shut this down. I hope you guys like the Crate FlexWave. I'm a huge fan. If you guys are on a budget, you want to get a heavy metal amp starting out, or even if you're mediocre, or you're like me, you like to collect amps and guitars, please do so. And also, shout out to Schecter for the Hellraiser Dragon Burst. Heavy metal guys, God bless, and stay safe, dude. Later, man.